I don't
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
In 6:07, approaching is that time right now across central New York. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. I hope you had a great Wednesday. And it was tranquil today, although a little bit on the cool side. Other than that, it's absolutely gorgeous. As you can see right behind me and on our downtown Utica iNet camera, where currently it is 54 degrees. So as I mentioned, a little bit on the cool side, but at least there is plenty of sunshine. And it actually kind of feels a little bit cooler because of that northerly breeze at 9 miles an hour. And that breeze is going to be even stronger during the day tomorrow. So therefore, temperatures may be even a little bit cooler in some cases. Temperatures across the area right now largely into the 50s, but we do have a couple of holdups like Old Forge at 46 and Lake Pleasant at 49. It's always that except for, right? And largely, as you might expect, temperatures anywhere from about 3 to 5, even 7 degrees cooler across the area compared to where they were at this time yesterday. As far as what's left of Tropical Storm Lorenzo, or at least the remnants of it, like I mentioned at this time yesterday, it was barely hanging on to that tropical storm status. Now it's down to 35 miles an hour, so it's a post-tropical storm with 35-mile-an-hour winds and moving to the northeast at 18 miles an hour. So no longer a concern to the East Coast or the Caribbean. There's the front that moved through our area last night into this morning that resulted in the additional cloud cover, and that's what's causing the winds to switch over to the north. Back toward the west, though, over the UP of Michigan, we've got high pressure building in, and that's our fair weather front, and that's going to keep us high and dry through at least the first half of the weekend. The second half becomes a little bit questionable as far as the radar across the area right now, scanning free and clear precipitation, and like I mentioned, I expect that to remain the same through at least the start of the weekend before we start to see those changes. I'll have the 7-day for you in just a moment, but as we head through the overnight hours, we'll see the northwesterly breeze around 2 to 8 miles an hour. It becomes west-northwesterly tomorrow and could get up to 10 to 15, and therefore any frost production will be limited during the overnight hours, and temperatures also a little bit warmer as you head toward Lake Ontario tomorrow. As we head through the day, we'll see temperatures making their way into the lower and middle 50s, but some of you in the Adirondacks and North Country, just like right now, could be stuck in the upper 40s. So mostly clear to partly cloudy overnight tonight, 31 degrees, so there could be some of that patchy frost, but I don't expect it to be widespread. The only areas under frost advisory right now, just to the west of our area, is Oswego County, where technically the growing season continues. During the day tomorrow, there will be plenty of sunshine, a few clouds here and there. Other than that, breezy and still cool. Those winds out of the west and northwest at 10 to 15. We'll see plenty of sunshine throughout the day. After starting in the 30s and 40s, we'll make our way up into the lower and middle 50s, so a little bit below average for this time of year. But we get to around, if not just above average, by Friday and Saturday before we start to see those spotty shower chances come in by Sunday, and those could last into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, all 3 days, right around 60 degrees. Thomas, I'll send it.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And time right now just past 10:18 on your late Wednesday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some gorgeous weather. We've seen that over the last couple of days. However, it's still going to be a little bit on the cool side, and we'll finally get some much needed rain. I'll have the 7-day coming up in just a few moments for you, but let's take a look at those temperatures for today. As I mentioned, a little bit cool. Average high for this time of year around 60 degrees. Today we were at 58 in downtown Utica, and the rest of us not far behind that as well. This was actually a little bit warmer than it was expected to be. Tomorrow will be a little bit on the cooler side, and it will be quite breezy at times. As far as the here and now are concerned, right down downtown Utica under clear skies, 40 degrees at the present time with a calm wind, dew point of 34. So that dew point and the calm winds means that temperatures will drop into the upper 20s and lower 30s, although I do expect the breeze to pick up, especially toward and after midnight tonight. Temperatures up toward the north are already down into the 30s. Same thing down toward the south, 39, a pretty popular number at Old Forge, likewise in Hamilton, Sherburne, Norwich, Cooperstown, and Oneonta, with a light northwesterly breeze right now, and the rest of us in the valley not far ahead of that. The reason why is because we've had a moisture-starved cold front down toward the south and east, switch the winds over to the northwest behind it. So that was the reason for the clouds last night into this morning. No precipitation associated with it, though. And then back toward the west, we've got high pressure building in from northern Michigan and southern Canada, keeping things high and dry, our fair weather friend. And so as such, the radar is free and clear of precipitation, and I expect it to remain that way through at least the second half of the weekend before we start to see some of those changes. Overnight tonight, some of those clouds sneaking in toward and after midnight, as well as that west-northwesterly breeze. Tonight, the breeze will only be around 2 to 8 miles an hour, but it'll be easily double that as we head through tomorrow, and there could be gusts at times of 20 to 30 miles an hour out of the north-northwest. So not only will it be cooler, but it'll actually feel even cooler than that because of the breeze. Temperatures tomorrow night will be back into the 30s and maybe the 20s for some of you yet again, within a degree or two of tonight. So mostly clear to partly cloudy, especially toward and after midnight. Winds out of the northwest at around 2 to 8 miles an hour. Tomorrow the winds are out of the northwest at 10 to 15. Gusts could be 20, 25, maybe 30 miles an hour at times, but at least there will be plenty of sun, maybe a few mid and high level clouds, breezy and cooler by about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year, but at least there will be plenty of sun throughout the day. After starting in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, we'll make our way into the lower, if not the middle 50s, and then I think we'll get into the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees as we head through our Friday, maybe even a couple of degrees warmer than that as we head through our Saturday. Sun and clouds both days. A spotty shower comes in thanks to a cold front on Sunday. Before that, temperatures in the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees, and then for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, an area of low pressure rides along that cold front, bringing in some much needed rain, and temperatures pretty close to seasonable for this time of year, around 60. Thomas, back to you.
Beautiful weather.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Good evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. Approaching 11:15 is our time right now, and I'm tracking some beautiful weather to wrap up the work week, although it will be a little bit on the cool and breezy side. Let's take a live look first, though, at downtown Utica right now, where under clear skies, temperature is 42 degrees with a calm wind out there right now. I do expect that breeze to pick up toward and after midnight tonight. So it's feels like 42, but I expect that to change over the next couple of hours. As far as where we were compared to this time last night, many of us are down significantly, in some cases by double digits. Look at Jefferson County, Watertown, 20 degrees cooler than it was at this time last night. So that means numbers are down into the middle and upper 30s to the lower 40s in many cases, mainly 30s to the north and south, 40s in the Mohawk Valley. As far as the radar is concerned right now, free and clear of precipitation all across central, northern, and western New York. The reason why is because we have high pressure and control meandering between northern Michigan and southern Canada, and then off toward the east, we do have a cold front that moved through late last night into early this morning, and that's what caused the winds to switch over to the northwest. And we saw some clouds this morning, but no precipitation from that. We'll see some clouds during the overnight hours. Otherwise, it will be mainly clear, although there will be wind to kind of stir up the atmosphere, so there won't be a lot of frost out there. It'll be on the chilly side, don't get me wrong. Temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s, and then tomorrow with those winds picking up out of the west and northwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts 20 to 30, temperatures will make their way into the 50s before dropping into the 30s and 20s tomorrow night yet again. So mostly clear to partly cloudy overnight tonight. Low temperature 31 degrees, winds out of the northwest 2 to 8 miles an hour. And as far as temperatures for our Thursday, under plenty of sunshine, it'll still be breezy and much cooler with winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. There could be gusts at times, as I mentioned, 20 to 30, maybe 35 miles an hour, not out of the question. And our sunset tomorrow night at 6:20 p.m., but with high pressure and control, it'll remain dry throughout the day. At least it will be plenty of sunshine out there, and that looks to remain the case through our Friday and Saturday as well. The difference being both of those 2 days, we will see less in the way of wind in some cases, as well as some warmer temperatures, upper 50s to lower 60s both of those days, more like the mid 50s for tomorrow, a little bit below average for this time of year. And then we'll see temperatures on Sunday making a run at 70 degrees possibly, but there will be a spotty shower chance late in the day with a cold front moving through. An area of low pressure rides along that cold front Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, with temperatures all 3 days in the upper 50s to around 60s, so right where we should be for this time of year. And finally getting some beneficial rain in here, but still not enough to break even from the drought. Thomas, in the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Jordan.